Brother Shorty here.
Shorty, please jump in.
Well, the problem that I see is the same problem I have in Alabama. I tried to get the judge arrested, and I tried to get the sheriff arrested. And in this particular case, they kept pointing the guns at us until a point that they were actually cocking the guns. And then after cocking the guns, they sent stormtroopers down to this mother's house. And so I had her to pack her bags, come here, and then I moved her to a safe house. But the thing of it is that it's a long, drawn-out process, and it's hard to do when they have multiple guns. I yield.
Thank you, Shorty. Yeah, this is part of why I'm enthused about organizing our grassroots town constables. It only takes 10 households, 10% of a precinct, to have a town constable. And technically speaking, in Christianity, the church deacon is part of that decimal system, 10 households, and the church deacon has the authority of a peace officer and town constable too. And at this point, Christian common law in Protestant Christian tradition can really come through and start empowering us a whole lot here. I think we've kind of indulged this pretty good. Unless there's any comments or questions real quick on these issues, I'd like to move on. Is there any objections?
One question.
Gary, yes.
Well, this Supreme Court of Law is based under common law, right?
Right.
Well, why don't you have a Supreme Court marshals for doing your paperwork or serving your warrants?
Because we got peace officer town constables, hundreds of them all across the USA. You can do the same thing. Marshal is not a common law term.
If I may.
Paul, yes, go ahead.
I would respectfully point out that the Supreme Court of Law is provided for in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I yield.
Yeah. But did I answer your question okay, Gary?
Well, yeah, that's it. But, a lot of the courts have their own marshals, or you can call them sheriffs or bailiffs. But I use the term marshal to distinguish the difference. But I don't know. You can use your constables. That works.
Okay. Your distinction is correct as far as marshals go.
Yeah. So as long as this pertains to the court orders from the court, just like the international courts. So, all right, move on. I yield.
I'm kind of anal about technicality of terms, kind of like Paul and I just achieved the breakthrough here by merging trial juries and grand juries. See, I guess we could merge the term marshal with town constable and peace officer. I mean, we could give them badges that have both wording on it or something. It doesn't really matter as long as our process is technically compliant with the rules of the common law. It don't really matter what wording we use, although if we get in head-to-head debates with the de factos, it would be good to have our wording accurate and surgically precise. I'd just be a little bit cautious about using improper wording when the nature of our wording could make the difference eventually down the road in some situations between life and death. And we definitely want to have the most powerful positions on our chessboard rather than doing just what's fashionable. Because remember, there's been a lot of subversive propaganda instituted among us that's taken us away from our true common law way of doing things. And so a lot of people that are good-hearted but just haven't done their thorough homework are just following what is conventional wisdom, but that conventional wisdom is defective. So that's my only concern there, Gary. But I'm really delighted with the way things are coming together here. Again, even though we only got a small group, we're making major breakthroughs. This is really good.